You wouldn't hand over 50% of your company's equity to a business partner who has a history of high-interest debt and zero assets without doing a background check, would you? You definitely wouldn't sign a 30-year merger without looking at a single profit and loss statement. Yet every single year, millions of people do exactly this, and they call it romance. I call it a catastrophic failure of due diligence. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are stripping away the poetry to look at the cold, hard math of marriage. We are going to talk about why marriage must be treated as a cold, forensic accounting decision, and why your soulmate might actually be a massive financial risk if you don't do the math up front. In the eyes of the state, marriage isn't just some fairy tale. It is a legally binding economic merger. When you say "I do," you aren't just committing to a person, you are completely merging two balance sheets. Now, if those balance sheets are compatible, marriage is an incredible wealth-building tool. In fact, continuously married individuals experience a 77% increase in per-person net worth compared to single people. But if your balance sheets are incompatible, your ability to build wealth doesn't just slow down, it can go into rapid reverse. We have to talk about something called spender risk. Let's do a quick forensic on it. If you are saving $2,000 a month, but your partner is spending $2,500 on depreciating assets like clothes and cars, you aren't just helping them out, you are heavily subsidizing a lifestyle that is cannibalizing your compound interest. Over 20 years, factoring in market returns, that deficit is a massive theft from your retirement. You're essentially paying a lifestyle tax for a partner who isn't aligned with your money mission. To fix this, we have to stop making purely emotional decisions about money and start acting like a corporation. For most of human history, marriage was not purely about romance. It was an economic and social business centered around coming together to run a household. You and your partner need to sit down and develop a shared vision of what a rich life looks like for the two of you. Instead of avoiding the topic of money until there is a problem, you should be having a positive monthly money meeting where you review your numbers, express gratitude for each other, and adjust your spending plans as a team. You wouldn't run a business without monthly check-ins with your co-founder, so you shouldn't run your household that way either. But even with great communication, you need a safety net, which brings us to the ultimate forensic accounting tool, the prenuptial agreement. A lot of people think prenups are unromantic or that they mean you are planning for your marriage to fail. That is completely wrong. A prenup is a financial firewall, and it's actually a love letter to your future self. Here's a terrifying reality. The most dangerous financial event in your life isn't a stock market crash, it's a divorce. Divorce effectively resets your wealth-building clock by 10 to 15 years, acting as the ultimate wealth extraction machine. Without a prenup, a divorce can drop your personal wealth by a staggering 77%. Here's the cold, hard truth that divorce lawyers want you to know. If you do not write your own prenup, the state legislature has already written one for you. By skipping a prenup, you are essentially saying that you trust the government to divide your assets more than you trust the partner you chose out of 8 billion people. Think of your finances as 3 buckets: yours, mine, and ours. A prenup simply defines the rules of those buckets up front. Without one, as the years go by, all of your separate assets can easily become commingled into one giant pot of community property. If things go south, sorting out that commingled mess requires hiring expensive, partisan experts and lawyers to fight over the value of your business and assets, draining your wealth in the process. A prenup prevents this chaos because it forces ultimate financial transparency right from the beginning. Both partners have to lay all their assets, debts, and liabilities on the table, which forces the most important conversation you will ever have about how you handle money. It protects you from being held liable for your partner's pre-existing debts, it safeguards your business interests, and it builds immense trust. Gen Z and millennials are actually figuring this out and signing prenups at higher rates than previous generations because they recognize them as proactive risk management tools, not insults. True romance isn't ignoring the math. It's building a life with someone who respects the math just as much as you do. Stop letting love blind you to a bad deal, because if you can't survive a calm, forensic conversation about a prenup, you definitely won't survive a 30-year economic merger. Do the audit, sign the firewall, and build the empire. If this video changed your perspective on money and relationships, hit that subscribe button. We are building wealth, not just chasing feelings. And I'll see you in the next one.